Terry-Dwayne-Ashford here, StreetNOW News. We're coming right back with you with those headlines around the world, those topics around the world that's waning in the minds of others. When I say others, others outside of the United States, other outside of this particular area. What are they thinking? What are the journalists reporting on in those areas? We are going to select 5 newspapers and deliver to you headlines from those newspapers that gives us insight into what's going on there. What are they thinking about? We have coronavirus going on here. Well, what's going on there? I'm Terry-Dwayne-Ashford, bringing this to you from StreetNOW News. I'm going to get it started for you in just a few short moments. One of the newspapers that we pulled out was called the Daily Observer. It's from the Caribbean islands there. And we are looking at those headlines. And it looks like that the topic of discussion of corruption is not only here in America and here in Washington, D.C. Top headline, one of the headlines on that page is hogwash! Exclamation point. Hogwash. Interesting. Well, the story underneath that cites Monroe slams social media claims, blaming the NIA for JAWS corruption ranking. Again, hogwash is the headline, and the story underneath claims that Monroe slams social media claims, blaming the NIA for JAWS corruption rankings. Now, another part of the front page there cites health minister appeals to the Manchester residents. We are looking at the Daily Observer newspaper and the cover page there from Jamaica, from JamaicaObserver.com. I'm Terry-Dwayne-Ashford, bringing this to you from StreetNOW News here in Washington, D.C. That is one of our five newspaper headings that we're going to look at, that we're looking at today, as we are talking about coronavirus here and the new president. Well, they're talking about corruption too. We are also talking about corruption here. On the front page there, we have Monroe. A photograph of Trevor Monroe from it doesn't mention where he's from, but Trevor Monroe, and also mentions that Monroe slams the social media claims, blaming that JAWS corruption ranking is as they stated. I'm Terry-Dwayne-Ashford. We're coming right on back with headline number 2. From StreetNOW News. We want to thank you so much for listening to us. We're going to jump right on back. We're looking at headlines around the world. What matters to others? We know what matters to us. What matters to others? The reason why this is so important or kind of important is because when we're dealing with others, then we have to deal with their mindset. What's important to them? What are they prioritizing? You see, a person that's dealing with one thing over here may not be dealing with the same thing over there. Therefore, when you have to make the decisions over there, well, what's going to weigh into those decisions is what's happening over there, not over here. What's happening over there? And that's why it's so important that you kind of understand that part, if nothing else. That your priorities is not always everybody's priorities. They have their own priorities. I'm Terry-Dwayne-Ashford. We're going to close out number 1 on that particular newspaper reported from the Daily Observer. The Daily Observer, and that's in Jamaica. www.jamaicaobserver.com is where it comes from. It's the Caribbean Business Report. The Caribbean Business Report. Hogwash! Hogwash is the headline. I'm Terry-Dwayne-Ashford.